Good morning, Rodney. Well, I love you. And it's better today, isn't it? Yeah. Man, yesterday was rough. For me, yesterday was rough, you know. And it's a new day. I get to choose how I feel today. I don't feel like I got to choose how I felt yesterday. I felt like that, that shit. I didn't get to choose that. But I had to go through it. And it's all about how we bounce back. And it's all about how we don't take yesterday into today. Don't ruin your tomorrow with yesterday, right? Or don't ruin today with yesterday, and don't ruin today with tomorrow. So living in the moment. I mean, I got all these fucking tools that I'm learning. And yesterday I tried to apply all of them. And I did. I really did. I applied every tool that I could possibly think of, with the exception of getting loaded. And, I didn't feel like getting loaded yesterday, but I did not want to feel like I did. And I still have that lingering today, but it was not like it was in the morning. Man, that was rough. That pit in your stomach, like you got all this shit going down, and it just felt like the end of the world. And it wasn't. It might have been the end of some things, but that's not the world. And that's okay too. What I do today is important. That wasn't the greatest for the kids. Yeah, I made dinner, but it's like I got loaded, and I was kind of a shell, and I was kind of like, my algorithm sucks right now. It's not good. So I gotta start watching fucking cat videos, and I gotta watch some Komodo dragon eating fucking. Well, maybe not that. That shit's. But I gotta change my algorithm. I realized something. I did watch a video where the guy said your algorithm is you. So like, that's all you're focusing on, and that's why your algorithm looks like that. And it's true. Like, and then I'm sitting in there like it's like a fucking. I'm looking for the answer. The answer's not in there. It's not. All that does is it feeds this. Either your insecurity or your sadness or your depression. It can also feed your happiness. My algorithm, maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe a week ago, was filled with all this hope and happiness. And so, like, my algorithm is how I'm feeling, and that's okay. Like, I was thinking about this too. I used to be so fucking paranoid that I was worried that everybody was watching. And now, for the last 6 fucking months, I'm putting something on YouTube where everybody can watch if they want to. I mean, I don't think my story is that important for millions of people to watch. But the right people will watch at the right time. But today is, we'll just say today is 40% better than yesterday. And I was trying to figure out, well, how much better do I feel? Percentage-wise. Why can't I just feel better? But yeah, like how much, on a percentage, like, is 40 overzealous? I don't know. Right now, currently, I feel about 40% better. And then probably by the time I get to work, I might be 20% better, or maybe I'll only be 10% better. And then maybe I'll sell a car and I'll be 60% better. And then somebody will fucking say something and I'll, that's just how that goes. But I won't feel exactly like I did yesterday. And that's a good thing. Because I am proud of myself for this. I wasn't completely self-destructive. I might have had some strong feelings, some confusion and all that, but that's okay. That's also being human. You know, what I did is I went to a meeting and I shared exactly how I felt. You know, kind of, not exactly. You know, like I did my best to not put anybody on blast. You know, I didn't say any names and I didn't say any things, but I shared how I felt. I did the same with somebody else. You know, keeping, you know, anonymity at the top of the forefront of how I act, which is really good because I believe that's a spiritual principle, you know, anonymity. And I don't know if that's a spiritual principle, but I'd like to believe that for me, it's a principle I like to follow. I don't want people to think that I'm just going to put their inventory on my fucking videos. You know, and I'm sure yesterday could have felt that way if you're a specific person or people or whatever. So I was feeling really strong yesterday. And anyways, but what I'm not going to do is talk negative about people. And yesterday I was really close to, I got really close to playing a song, you know, and I'm not going to say what the name of the song is, but it would have been really bad. And it's full of hate and resentment, and you know, it's like a fuck you song. And you know, I started it, and then I looked at my phone and I said, no, you know, you have a part in this too, bro. Like, this person did tell you, so stop. You know, because when I don't get my way, and if it doesn't go exactly my way, all hell breaks loose. That's the problem. That's been the problem since the gate. You know, that's been the problem since the gate. And I'm not gonna sit here and say fuck love either. No, that's a wonderful feeling. Please, if you haven't had it, get some. That feels good. And I think that, you know, distance is one of the main reasons I'm able to feel better today. And so I feel better today. You know? And if I really truly reflect, I can see my bad behaviors and all of the stuff that created some of the thoughts and the feelings. So, you know, like, I've got to also reflect in, like, what do I bring to people? What do I bring? But more importantly today, I don't feel like yesterday. I can appreciate the view. I have a wonderful drive here. This is my view to work. I'm going to call it Serenity Lane. I mean, that view, I can remember times where I'd look at that and I just think, fuck, man. Fuck this. And I don't feel like that today. You know. And I know it's because last night I prayed. And I said, please take it away. But you're always left with, you know, you have to always be left with stuff to be able to work through. Like, if things were just taken away, feelings, then you wouldn't have an opportunity to grow through them. And like, I'm early in my recovery. Like, it's not like I have fucking 20 years, 10 years, 5 years, 1 year. Yeah, I've got months. And if I had 15 years clean, this would be days. But for now, it's every day is, you know, in the beginning it feels like a fucking couple months. And then it starts feeling like a couple weeks. And you hold on to those days, sometimes those hours. Like, if you can't stop and then you stack up, like, let's say 2 days, well, you know, that's 48 hours of not getting loaded. Because there was a time that some of us got loaded every hour, and they were loaded every second of every hour. You know, and it's important that I don't downplay the time that I do have right now, but I don't upplay it like it's fucking, you know, more than it actually is. It's exactly what it needs to be. You know, and when you love somebody, sometimes the best thing is to let them go. And so I can appreciate that too. And that's okay. I can learn from all these experiences, all these people. So that's that. But I do feel like today's a new opportunity. I should, you know, there's a lot of gratitudes I do have that that are good. You know, like I'm doing really good. You know, and I got through a really tough time in these there's a lot of these tough times in the last 6 months. Well, basically 7 now. You know, where work was up and down and bills were all over the place, and you know, I moved to a different place and got it. You know, I moved like 3 times. You know, like if you go into treatment, you move in, and then you go into an Oxford, you move in then, and then you move out of the Oxford, you move it 3 times, and so I moved like 3 times in, you know, basically 6 months. Like they say, moving is stressful as fuck. And then like what I moved to, it was stressful, then stressful, then stressful. You know, and then moving back to the house with, you know, all of the responsibility of the kids for the most part. You know, I've got some help getting them on the bus, and some help with dinners. So that takes, you know, a lot off of my plate, but it's still a lot because I still have a lot. And the job that I have, my gosh, you got to be on point when you do this job. You can't come in and be the faint of the, like it's not for the faint of hearts. You got to be like, you got to close, motherfuckers. Like you're spending people's money for them, or they're spending their money and you're helping direct that. I mean, we're talking about people who have saved up for a long time. You know, you met them for minutes. They've been thinking about this for fucking a long time. And you got to let them know that you're the person. You know? And I am the person. For some reason, I can compartmentalize. And yesterday, I don't know how I fucking did it, but I did. And I didn't really do it. Like, make no mistake, yesterday I didn't just go in and it was fucking like an aura of serenity. That's fucked up, man. I was fucked up. But you gotta do more than just make it through the day. You know, like I remember like that's, you know, somebody asked me when I wanted to retire. I've said this before on these videos, you know, like 5,000 days, you know. And I've already, when he asked me that question, that was 5 years ago. That means I've, you know, like, holy shit, man. Now I got 10 years left. I don't know how many days that is, you know, but each day is important. So when I reflect back to these last 6 months, it's been great. It really has. You know, it's not been anything of nothingness. It's been a lot, and it's going to continue. You know, I want it till my last fucking second that I'm breathing, that I'm going. Because I spent all these fucking years not. Yeah, I do want to help people, not hurt people. I hurt somebody. And then I got fucking really upset about it. You know? It's not that, it's just their fault. Too many feelings. More than they can handle. More than they needed to handle. That's my fault. That's my part, we'll just say. It's not my fault. I'm human. You know? That's definitely my part. And if anything, they know that not all men are pieces of shit. And, you know, that's what I wanted to show them. I think I was able to show them that. The feelings and all that stuff it's a part of being a human. And I'm learning how to, you know, like I remember I shared in a meeting like a couple weeks ago. I shared like, man, all these stresses are gone. I feel like because I don't have this challenge, yeah, I'm feeling good. You know, I got some more clean time. You know, my job is doing well, and bills are being paid, income tax came, like all these good things. And then I was sitting there like, fuck, man, what I got to work on now? It doesn't feel like I got much. You know, it's just gonna pay the rest of these bills and stuff. And, well, there you go. You know, and that's okay. This will help me develop a good relationship with myself too. That's what I need. I want that, but you know, and I got to have it for a little bit. That's cool, and I got to have it in the most creative way ever. That's cool too. And so, what I didn't want to do is take how I felt, and, you know, just walk in. You know, one of my coworkers like walked in and said, "Dude, you look rough yesterday." And he's like, you looked rough yesterday, bro. And I was, man, I was. But, you know, the sun is out. I got another day clean under my belt. The kids are off to school. You know, I get to share about my story. And full tank of gas. 2 cigarettes left in my vape, which I won't buy any more cigarettes. I needed those. It's all good. It's not like, oh, now he's back to smoking. No. I say that like I give a fuck about what people think. So I got to remember that. You know, like I'm not gonna say I quit smoking. I'm just gonna say that I haven't had a bunch in a while, and I had a bunch in the last 2 days. Bunch. And so I can breathe a little today. Yeah, I didn't get much sleep. I mean, the reality is I was up every couple of hours again because of, you know, the norm. And that was a season of my life. It's a good season. I've had all these storms, and I got a good little break, a good little season in my life, and it lets me know I can be that way for other people, and it lets me know that like I'm not what I said I used to be. I'm not that monster that I thought I was, you know. And after some of the stories I've heard, I know I'm not. And I really want to do well for people. And what I mean by that is I want to help people. And so, if that particular person is watching this, thank you. And I appreciate you. And even though it ended the way it did, that's okay. We're all human. And I don't hate you for it. And I don't resent you for it. Because, fuck, man. Who am I to say that I haven't said or done some fucking stupid shit or wild shit or whatever? It's all good. That's in yesterday. It's the water under the bridge. So I may not get to tell this person I forgive them, but I do. And more importantly, I forgive myself. You know, I'm not sitting here like, why? And so, you know, each day is going to get a little better. Today's going to be a good day. The sun is out, and I got a day lined up. I think. I don't know. Even if I don't got a day lined up, I'm going to make a day lined up. So, yeah. It works if you work it. We're all worth it, right? That program. I did all the stuff I said I was supposed to do, they say to do, and I feel a lot better. That's because of this program. That's because of my higher power. It's because of God. And it's because I'm not getting loaded. And look at that. The car that I got for somebody's, like, I parked right in front of it. There's a deal. So yeah. It's all good. You got this, dude. You got this, dude. It's gonna be okay.